Today is the day everything flips, and it won't need speeches, announcements, grand gestures, or the approval of anyone else. It won't need a scene, a ceremony, or a press release. All it requires is your presence, your policy, and your pace, the quiet, undeniable gravity of a person who no longer bends to the comfort or discomfort of anyone else's expectations. The version of you they were comfortable with, the one who dimmed so others could feel taller, the one who softened brilliance into smaller, simpler words so fragile egos wouldn't crack, the one who said yes out of habit and no only in emergencies, doesn't live here anymore. She, or he, or they, the version they thought they owned, manipulated, or understood, has been replaced by someone who cannot be borrowed, bargained with, or boxed in. And that's why certain people are rattled. They relied on your silence to rewrite your story, your patience to excuse their patterns, your compassion to subsidize their chaos. They mistook humility for a hiding place, kindness for consent, loyalty for a discount on accountability, and generosity for weakness. They calculated that you would continue bending, accommodating, and shrinking. Today they are confronted with the terrifying reality. You are accurate, and accuracy does not negotiate. Your standards are no longer negotiable. Your boundaries are not suggestions. They are bright lines, etched into your life with precision and permanence. Your results, your work, your presence speak with a voice that does not need your throat to carry it, that does not beg for recognition, approval, or validation. You are no longer shrinking to keep the peace. You are the peace because you built it. You learned that confidence is not a volume knob that can be turned up or down at whim. Confidence is a building code, an unshakable foundation upon which your life must be constructed. Anyone who wants entry into your world, anyone who desires a place in your life, must respect the structure you have built. Respect, accountability, mutual joy, and a pace you can carry without betraying yourself. Anything less fails inspection, no matter how familiar, flattering, or urgent it pretends to be. You have stopped auditioning for rooms that reward confusion, chaos, and compromise. You have stopped performing for those who profit from your uncertainty. Instead, you create conditions where clarity is the only language spoken, where your presence alone sets the standard, where the very air carries the quiet authority of someone who knows what they will and will not allow. You have switched from convincing to convening, from explaining yourself to simply existing in the space you claim. Mornings belong to you now, not to a courtroom of opinions, not to the whispers of those who hope to derail you, not to the weight of expectation that once bent your spine. Every step you take is deliberate, measured, and impossible to misinterpret. Every word you speak, every silence you maintain, carries the weight of a life no longer available for negotiation. They relied on your empathy, your patience, and your forgiveness to cover the cracks in their own character, to sanitize their own chaos. They assumed your kindness was a perpetual resource, infinite and unearned. They counted on your loyalty as if it could be spent like currency without consequence. But what they failed to calculate is that loyalty, kindness, and patience are not debts owed. They are tools, and you wield them on your terms. They misjudged your humility as timidity, your grace as weakness, your discretion as agreement. They underestimated the force of someone who has learned to respect themselves more than they fear conflict, more than they crave approval, more than they desire to soothe every bruise in the world at the expense of their own soul. Now, you are the storm that does not announce itself, the quiet thunder rolling beneath the day. You are not reactive. You are the axis around which your own world turns. The conditions you create are not a favor. They are a necessity. You will not compromise clarity for comfort. You will not dilute your presence to make others feel safe. You will not perform power. You will practice it, breathe it, Inhabit it so completely that your life becomes proof of what you value, what you defend, and what you refuse to accept. People may chatter, calculate, and attempt to undermine, but their noise no longer alters your trajectory. The version of you that silenced itself to keep others comfortable is gone. In its place is someone who moves with intention, who acts with precision, who builds with permanence, and who commands a respect that is both quiet and undeniable. One meaningful finish per day. Not scattered wins, not random ticks on a to-do list. A deliberate, intentional closure that compounds momentum until it becomes habit, not accident, not a fleeting sensation. Momentum, like gravity, should pull you forward without negotiation. Treat rest as infrastructure, not indulgence. Sacred pauses to recalibrate the nervous system, to keep judgment razor-sharp and clarity uncompromised. Build a weekly audit, not as a chore, but as a map. Let your calendar breathe your values instead of letting them suffocate in captions and hashtags, expired slogans meant for likes, not life. This is why the air changes when you enter a room. You are no performance. You are order incarnate. You bring calm where chaos thrived, standards where mediocrity reigned. The same voices that doubted you are quiet now. The same eyes that rolled are trying to decode your method, your discipline, your unseen preparation. Let them study. You owe no tutorials. Your life is the syllabus. Every outcome, a lecture. Every accomplishment, a chapter. The headline is deceptively simple. You stopped paying chaos with attention, and your returns improved instantly. Expect theatrics, of course. Love bombs and urgent invitations from the very lips that sharpened rumors. Retroactive gestures dressed as closure, but engineered to sprint you backward. Timelines unprepared, deadlines pretending to be emergencies, nostalgia masquerading as resolution. None of it belongs to you. You have retired the culture of constant emergency. You no longer bite the bait. If a response is truly necessary, use sentences with strong bones and soft edges. Say it with precision. That is not accurate. That does not work for me. Please put it in writing. If forward motion occurs, it will honor respect, accountability, and a pace you can sustain. Then exit the spin. Policy beats performance. Silence beats spectacle. Precision beats pressure. Your number is a full sentence. Your yes comes with an itinerary. Privacy is stewardship, not secrecy. Seeds require soil, not spotlights. What is sacred is to be held, not displayed. What is forming must be protected, not performed. Sensitivity rises now. This is not weakness. This is instrumentation. A finely tuned instrument cannot tolerate static, nor should it. Some rooms will feel too loud, some interactions unbalanced, and this is data. Ask the hard questions. Who leaves me clearer than I was before? Who leaves me foggier? Which habits dilute my energy? Which amplify it? What decision would my calmer, steadier self make? Sensitivity plus standards equals discernment. Discernment is the lens that separates proximity from partnership, charisma from character, urgency from importance. Your filter is threefold: peace, power, pace, peace. Does this protect your inner steadiness? Power. Does this honor your values and strengthen your trajectory? Pace. Can I carry this without self-betrayal? One firm no closes the gate. A maybe invites chaos back in. An I'll try lets boundaries decay. The right decline today safeguards 1,000 future yeses. Every boundary you maintain will be misread by someone who thrived when none existed. Translate the noise correctly. You've changed often means my access has. Locks are not punishments. They are the maintenance of home, of structure. Forgiveness, when offered, serves your nervous system. Access is earned, behavior-based, measurable. Truth is facts. Remorse is feeling. Repair is planning, dating, verifying, repeating, not for applause, but for completion. You may require the whole truth in writing, restitution mapped to tangible steps, and exit any dialogue that becomes public theater. Compassion without boundaries is a revolving door to harm. Compassion paired with boundaries keeps your heart soft and your life unshakable. Your daily cadence is your crown. Protect your mornings. Water before screens, breath before decisions, sunlight before drama. Choose 2 lines, what matters today and what you will not entertain. 1 meaningful finish. Send the pitch. Close the loop. Ship the draft. Make the call. Train the body. Clear the inbox. Small completions compound. They teach the nervous system to expect delivery, not adrenaline. In the evening, shut down deliberately. A regulated body makes a reliable mind. A reliable mind makes precise decisions. Precise decisions construct a life capable of holding weight without collapsing under others' mess. You are not too serious. You are consistent. Consistency turns miracles into maintenance. Today exposes the difference between those who love your glow and those who loved your confusion. Some will celebrate without calculation, correct without humiliation. Keep them close. Others will downgrade your pace to a problem, your standards to arrogance, your grace to gossip. Let consequence teach. You do not argue with projections. You do not audition for permission. Rooms meant for you will adjust. Rooms that are not will label and replace you. Bless both outcomes. You didn't lose access. You gained accuracy. Run the weekly audit that keeps your reign humane. What moved the needle? What drained you? What gets removed, delegated, or fortified? Leaks sink ships quietly. Patch them before chasing upgrades. Fund what multiplies: craft, health, learning, core relationships, home base. Decline what dilutes, even if it flatters the ego. Effectiveness, not omnipresence, is the work now. Let your calendar prove your values. Attention funds outcomes. Spend it like it belongs to the future you love. You are not responsible for the panic your growth triggers in those who preferred you small. Their discomfort is their syllabus. Your responsibility is stewardship, of assignments, of body, of home, of relationships capable of holding your truth without asking you to dim. Celebrate without sabotaging. Breathe. Touch light. Eat real food. Thank those who carried weight beside you. Return calmly to the pattern that made today inevitable. Applause sparks dopamine. Integrity builds a hearth. You are constructing hearths, not sparks. Today is their nightmare, not because of pettiness, but because of precision, not because of vengeance, but verification. Peace, power, pace. Measure every invitation this way. Answer bait with policy. Guard roots before witnesses. Forgive as medicine. Locks are maintenance. Correct in private. Praise in public. Refuse to weaponize access and never romanticize distance. You are done auditioning for roles that require abandoning yourself. Plots that relied on your smallness unravel without your intervention. Carry one line that ends negotiations you never agreed to have. I don't trade calling for conversation. Say it to your phone, your calendar, your nervous system before false emergencies arrive disguised as destiny. It isn't icy. It is exact. It protects attention from traps, days from loops, purpose from tug-of-war. Walk like someone whose life fits. Jaw soft, shoulders low, eyes clear. If energy shifts, let it. If spectators switch sides, let them. Old narratives trailing behind new evidence. Don't turn. Evidence educates. You didn't get lucky. You became aligned. You didn't become arrogant. You became accurate about your capacity. Keep the crown. Keep the pace you can carry. Keep the room bright by refusing to dim. Those meant for you meet you there. Those who needed your confusion will call names and move on. Either way, the season is settled. You shine. You stand. You proceed. Scripts that relied on your smallness no longer have a stage. You are complete, precise, sovereign. Every decision, every boundary, every finish, deliberate. The script that relied on your smallness no longer has a stage. And yet, the work is far from over. Every day now is a proving ground for precision, a rehearsal for sovereignty. People will continue to misinterpret your boundaries as rigidity, your clarity as coldness, your discipline as arrogance. Let them. Their misunderstanding is not your problem. It is data. Each misread word, each shocked glance, each whispered judgment is a calibration point, a signal that your orbit is expanding, that you have left the gravitational pull of their expectations. You do not need to correct the noise. You do not need to justify the shape of your life. Your responsibility is the architecture of your own existence, the walls you build, the air you circulate, the light you invite, and the weight you sustain. Every interaction is now a test of alignment. Who brings you clarity? Who leaves fog? Who strengthens your trajectory? Who dilutes it? Who consumes your energy? Who contributes to it? Ask these questions ruthlessly. Let answers dictate access, influence, and attention. Peace, power, and pace remain your unshakable trinity. Does this preserve inner calm? Does this amplify capacity and honor values? Can you maintain this without betraying yourself? If the answer is no in any dimension, then decline. One measured no today prevents 1,000 chaotic yeses tomorrow. And yes, some will label your refusal as obstinacy, misinterpret your precision as pride, or your focus as indifference. Their labels are a reflection of their limitations, not yours. You will feel sensitive. You will feel the weight of observation. You will notice the old hunger in others for confusion, for chaos, for compromise. And that sensitivity is not weakness. It is instrumentation. It is the tuning of a nervous system that now recognizes resonance and repels static. Use it. Record it. Adjust accordingly. Some rooms will feel loud. Some conversations will feel heavy. These are data points, not judgments. Ask, who leaves me lighter? Who leaves me burdened? Which habits amplify me? Which diminish me? Make choices from the perspective of the calm, capable self who carries the future without compromising the present. Forgiveness is medicine. Access is earned. Compassion without boundaries is a revolving door to harm. Compassion with boundaries is the architecture of a durable heart. Your work is now to protect what is forming, to shield what is sacred, to cultivate what matters without exhibition, without applause. You will celebrate quietly. You will honor your labor, your standards, your craft, your home, your body, your mind. Each act of stewardship compounds. Each small completion strengthens the framework of your life. One meaningful finish per day becomes not a habit, but a signal, a declaration that your life answers to its own laws, not the whims of observers. Expect the echoes of your growth to arrive dressed as chaos. Urgent requests, retroactive deadlines, invitations to revisit what you have already mastered, distractions posing as opportunity. None of it is urgent for you. You have retired emergency culture. You respond only on terms that honor peace, power, and pace. Sentences are bones with soft edges. That is not accurate. That will not work for me. Please put it in writing. These are not refusals. They are instruments of clarity, shields that prevent compromise of energy or purpose. Your calendar is no longer a passive ledger. It is a living map of your values. Every hour allocated is a vote for what you honor. Small completions, deliberate closures, daily audits. These are the compounding agents of authority, resilience, and effectiveness. Your body and mind are instruments tuned for precision, not spectacle. Your morning rituals are temples, water before screens, breath before decisions, sunlight before drama. Your yeses have itineraries. Your no is complete. Your attention funds outcomes. Spend it like it belongs to the future you are building. The applause of others is a spark. Integrity is a hearth. You are building hearths, not sparks. Today may feel like a storm to outsiders, but for you, it is rhythm, cadence, and evidence of alignment. Every interaction, every decision, every boundary, every completion is a thread in the web of sovereignty you are weaving. You are done auditioning for roles that demand self-abandonment. You are finished teaching lessons that are not yours to teach. Plots that relied on your confusion unravel automatically. Narratives that depended on your smallness dissolve without your intervention. Carry one line, one decision, one standard that ends negotiations you never agreed to have. You do not trade your calling for conversation. Say it to your phone before the messages arrive. Say it to your calendar before the invites land. Say it to your nerves before faux emergencies appear dressed as destiny. This is not icy. It is exact. It keeps your attention from traps, your day from loops, your purpose from tug-of-war. Walk as someone whose life fits, jaw soft, shoulders low, eyes clear. Let energy shift. Let spectators switch sides. Let old narratives limp behind new evidence. Evidence educates. Alignment does not negotiate. Accuracy does not beg. You did not get lucky. You became aligned. You did not become arrogant. You became calibrated. You became precise. You became sovereign. The crown is no longer symbolic. It is operational. The pace you maintain is sustainable. The room remains bright because you refuse to dim. The ones meant for you meet you here. The ones who relied on your confusion move on. Celebrate both outcomes. The season is settled. You shine. You stand. You proceed. Every script written for your smallness has folded without your effort. Every invitation that misaligns has been filtered automatically by policy, discernment, and peace. You are finished with auditioning. You are finished with compromise. You are finished negotiating chaos. You are finished letting others' expectations dictate your rhythm. You are calibrated, precise, sovereign, and untouchable in the domains that matter most. And if this message resonated with you, if it reminded you that precision is power, that peace is strategy, and that self-respect is not rebellion, then carry it forward. Let this transmission ripple beyond you. Share it with someone who's rebuilding their boundaries, who's remembering their worth, who's learning to move from calm instead of chaos. Let it reach every soul still dimming their light to be understood. If you felt that shift in your chest, if you saw yourself somewhere between these words, pause, breathe, and then take action. Hit like to anchor this energy. Subscribe to stay aligned with every message that sharpens your focus and strengthens your peace. And if you believe in this movement, of clarity over confusion, of discipline over drama, share this video so someone else can remember their own crown too. Because this isn't just a post, it's a pulse, a pattern, a new era of presence. Now go, like, share, subscribe, and keep walking like your life finally fits.